In the small town of Ravenswood, nestled between dense forests and murky swamps, there stood an old hospital with a history as chilling as the wind that whispered. Through its crumbling walls, the townsfolk spoke in hushed tones about the abandoned wing, a place where the sick were quarantined. During a mysterious epidemic decades ago, nobody dared to venture near it, except for Dr. Eleanor Harper, the newly appointed head of the hospital. One stormy night, the hospital's power flickered and died. Dr. Harper, determined to find the source of the problem, donned a heavy coat and made her way through the echoing halls. The air was thick with the scent of decay, and shadows danced on the walls as the lightning outside illuminated the desolation within. As she approached the abandoned wing, the temperature seemed to plummet. Dr. Harper's breath hung in the air like a ghostly apparition. The flickering light of her flashlight revealed rusted gurneys and overturned wheelchairs. The distant sound of footsteps echoed through the corridor, each step growing louder and more ominous. Ignoring the growing unease in her chest, Dr. Harper pressed on, the narrow hallway leading her to a set of creaking double doors. With a hesitant push, she entered a room bathed in an otherworldly glow. Broken windows revealed the moonless night, casting an eerie pallor over the crumbling beds. Suddenly, the air grew thick with a haunting melody, a spectral lullaby that seemed to emanate from the peeling wallpaper. Shadows danced on the walls, forming grotesque shapes that twisted and contorted with the ethereal music. Dr. Harper's heart raced as she stumbled backward, the source of the melody eluding her. As she retreated, the double doors slammed shut behind her, trapping her in the haunted chamber. Panic set in as the room seemed to come alive with the tortured whispers of the past. The beds rattled, and the air grew heavy with an unseen presence. A figure emerged from the shadows, a ghostly apparition clad in tattered hospital attire, its hollow eyes fixed on Dr. Harper, and a voice, both chilling and melodic, whispered through the air, "You've awakened us, Doctor. Now you must join us." Terrified, Dr. Harper fled through the winding corridors, pursued by the ghostly chorus that echoed through the hospital. She emerged into the stormy night, the rain pelting down like shards of glass. The hospital loomed behind her, its windows glowing ominously. Driven by an otherworldly force, she stumbled through the mud-soaked cemetery, the tombstones standing like silent sentinels in the darkness. The ghostly figures closed in, their haunting wails intertwining with the howling wind. At the heart of the cemetery, a freshly dug grave awaited its occupant. Dr. Harper, breathless and desperate, realized the chilling truth. She had become a part of the spectral ensemble, forever bound to the haunted hospital and the graveyard that whispered of forgotten nightmares.